Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day. It's an extremely hot day for me. I am burning up right now. It is about 35 to 36 degrees Celsius outside. So I think that's about, what, 95 to 97 Fahrenheit for my American friends. It is really hot. I think this is the hottest day, and apparently we have a heat warning up where I live here, and it is hot. So what I want to do in this video is show you guys my temperatures, not only in the basement ambiently, which I just showed you guys, it's about 97, 98 Fahrenheit or 36, 37 degrees Celsius. The air that's coming in from all of my sources from that window I just showed you over there, and I think a little bit from my exhaust fan that's seeping out into here this way. Behind me as well, in the window in the basement attic, and as well as the window in my studio, there is a lot of air that is coming in that is essentially warm, okay? Coming from actually over here. Actually, this is the cold side of the house. It's about 92 Fahrenheit over here, and in Celsius, that would be about 33 degrees Celsius coming through this filtered window. All right, I know right now the sun is on the other side of the house, so this side of the house is all shaded, but it's still the ambient air coming through here. Woo, I'm melting. So my basement is warm, but are my mining rigs and GPUs warm? That is what I want to show you guys in today's video, as well as my barn. Okay, I want to show you the temperatures of my octominers there. And so one quick update to my wall here. I want to let you guys know I did add a 800 CFM, like an inline fan that's shooting out that extra like 4 or 5 inch that I could open the window. And yeah, it's not much, but it helped a little bit, but there's still a lot of air pressure. I could tell just by this thing pushing itself. You can feel a lot of air coming through here still. I guess a lot of heat, which is coming from the octominer. So I don't have enough CFM to extract out from the windowsill there with my 18-inch exhaust fan, which I think is about 38 to 4,000 CFM, and then that inline is about 800 CFM. So it's still not enough, but it's okay. It's definitely better than when I had everything, you know, situated everywhere. So I think the temperature in there right now is 104 to 105 Fahrenheit, which is pretty hot. So let's go into the computer and I'll show you guys the temps of my GPUs. Some of them are burning, like there's the Hive OS like burning symbol. Yeah, I thought that to be pretty scary, but I'll show you guys in the computer. So before I begin, this video is sponsored by...
Due to the crypto market correction, GPU prices are going down. It's a great opportunity to expand, which is why Octominer is having a sale. They manufacture the best mining rigs in the industry and supply rigs to some of the largest GPU mining farms around the world. On average, they manufacture 2,000 to 4,000 rigs per month, and currently around 2% of the total Ethereum net hash rate is running in Octominer rigs. They are also an official AMD blockchain partner. Starting July 25th and going through July 29th, use the code OCTO10-072922 on checkout to get 10% off your entire order on their website. Please reach out to them at support@octominer.com for any questions.
Okay, I think this is one of the first times I actually showed all of you guys my rigs, well, that are all in octominers here. I do have my mining cave tower, but that's obviously off. You guys know I'm still in the transition of moving, getting power from a new place, which is not even in yet, still delayed. I'll update you guys in another video. Anyways, here are all of my octominers. So octominer 01 all the way to octominer 12 here is in the basement. Okay, and then octominer B01 all the way to B10 is in the barn. All right, the B there stands for barn, so I can differentiate. So now you can see I got 2 rigs here that show a fire symbol of high temperature, and actually we can see the temperature of the GPU that is in question here, 79 degrees Celsius on the core, and then we got an 80 degrees Celsius one here. Now I have to have a disclaimer. I do have some GDDR6X memory GPUs like 3070 Ti's, 3080s, and 3090s. So some of you may be tilted by the high memory temperatures, and yes, I need to change the memory pads on those GPUs. I'm just very lazy don't yell at me at the comments. So let's begin with the first rig. Okay, oh, the 6x3060 Ti rig is also in the basement here. That's the rig you all know that I'm trying to do the test of, seeing how long it'll take to break even, at least, of 11,000. And anyways, that you can see the temps here. We got 67, 50, 60, 63, 55, 60. So this rig seems to be fine. Actually, this Zotac card has a dead fan. So I think that's why it shows 0% here and 67 degrees Celsius with that one dead fan. So this rig is good with the ambient temps in the basement. Now let's go with Octominer 01, RTX 3060 rig. Okay, and we are around 63, 62, 64, 64, 63, 63. 59, 61. So this rig seems to be okay. And since these are in octominers, we can see the intake and exhaust temperature. So, whew, exhaust in temperature is 69 degrees Celsius. Ooh, that's pretty hot. Intake is 40. And then on the front side, there is a temperature sensor here, 41 and 39. So that's, yeah, that's getting pretty hot, but it looks like the GPUs are okay. Now let's go to Octominer 02. This is going to be my 3090 rig. All right, and don't be alarmed by the 0% fan speed on Octominer. I plugged them in on the wrong 4-pin on the fan controller. So looking at this, looks like none of my 3090s are throttling, but looking at the core temps, they're about 61, 58, 57, 55, 57, 55. Now this is in a X12 Ultra, in case some people are wondering. So there's only 6 3090s, so they are spread apart quite a bit. So that's why I guess this rig or these GPUs aren't throttling, but the memory temps are pretty high. I'd say 100, 98, 98. These are all stock thermal padded 3090s, right? Really hot normally if I put them in an open air rig, but since I had put them in the Octominer X12, it's been great, right? It's been good. I haven't had the need to change the thermal pads, right? Anything above, I think 102 or 100 even, I think I would change the thermal pads. I mean, I feel like I'll eventually have to, but it's a lot of work, right? It's a lot of work. Okay, so that's my 3090 rig. That one's okay. Now, the next rig is the Octominer 03. This is the A2000 rig, 12 by A2000s. These are the stock ones, I believe. Yeah, stock A2000s. And looking at what we got here, we got 69 degrees Celsius on the core. Whew, 63, 63, 64, 65. So the core seems to be fine. I mean, this first one is at almost 70. I like to keep everything below 70, which is fine. The mem temps though, 94, 90. Yeah, I think across the board, this A2000 rig is fine with the ambient temps that we have right now, that I have right now. Okay, next rig is the one that's on fire. All right, that has the fire symbol. And going here, this is my mixed this is my mixed flux rig. That's solo mining flux right now. And it looks like, oh my god, I have a 1660 Ti that's at 80 degrees Celsius. Oh, that is not good. That is not good. Okay, I think I have to take this one out and re-thermal paste it or thermal pad or something. Yeah, that should not be 80. I don't think any of these 1660 Ti's should be this high. And then we got the RTX 2080 Ti at 73 degrees Celsius, 95 on the mem temp. Maybe I have to repad this. I think I may have to repad a lot of these cards here, but I think the 3080 Ti here is also pretty hot. And yeah, this rig is not doing well. Maybe it has to do with the placement of where this Octominer is. There could be a few openings of where the heat is coming from, but yeah, you know what? In another video, we'll take a look at that. All right, next rig, Octominer 05. Let's go. This one, let's see if this one's burning. These are all my RTX 3080s. These are all non-LHR GPUs. Okay, so we got 59, 71, 62, 58, 57, 59, 57, 57 degrees Celsius. So on the core, which is good. But, okay, don't be alarmed. Yes, I know. These mem temps on these 3080s are horrible. The only one I changed the thermal pads on was this Zotac one, I believe. And this one's, it's kind of doing okay. Yeah, it's not doing that great. 71 degrees Celsius, 98 on the memory. So I think the ambient temps for the 3080 rig here, yeah, look, some of them are throttling. So I think I'm going to have to figure out, you know, I do have to thermal pad the rest of these Asus Tufts, which I heard the Asus Tufts 3080s are really hard to change. I'm not excited about changing them, but it looks like I'll have to do that. So you know what? We're gonna have to come back to this rig, but otherwise I think this rig is not doing too hot. We'll come back to that. You guys let me know. All right, next rig. We got Octominer 06. Let's take a look at this one. Is okay, the 8x3070 Ti's. So looks like I got a throttling one here. Actually, I think they're all pretty hot. Yeah, looks like this rig, it looks like these cards are not doing too well either in the ambient air that I have right now. Okay, so 78, 78, 72, 76. But the core temps seem to be fine. I think it's the memory that's throttling here, actually. Now that I think about it, it looks like I'll have to repad. Oh my god, I don't want to repad these 83070 Ti's. That's going to be so much work. Okay, but anyways, you guys can tell the temperatures there. Okay, next rig, Octominer 07. Let's see, this one is another 3080 rig, and yes, these ones all have to be repadded. Yes, looks like I may have one that has a dead fan. It's at 0% here. 62, 62, 65, 68, 59, 59. Okay, degrees Celsius on the core. So the core seems to be okay, but the mem temps are obviously not great, and I will need to change the thermal pads on those when I have the mental capacity to do that. Okay, next rig, the Octominer 08. Now, this one is the all 3070s. Okay, so looks like, see, even I wish I had all 3070s, because look, the Octominer exhaust fans are only working at like 55, 65% here. And then look at the temps of the 3070s, 63, 64, 66, 68, 65. Oh, there's 68 one here, 65, 64. But look at the fan speed. They're not at 100, right? I'm running this rig optimally. Like, I have 0% fans for auto. HiveOS is controlling the fan speed for the 3070s. So that's really good in my opinion, right? It's a hot day, and the 3070s can take a beating, essentially, in a sense. I could probably run these at 60, but I'm fine with auto. I think this is really efficient. These 3070s, obviously, for efficiency. Now, let's go to the next rig here, 09 and actually 010. These are all RTX 3070s, okay? And look at the temperatures on this. Man, these are really good. I don't even have to talk about the other one here. Yeah, this one's also not running at max 100% fan. But you can see the temperatures here, right? The fan speeds of these 3070s are really good. See, you can totally see the difference between GDDR6 versus GDDR6X. And I showed you guys my 3080s and 3090s and 3070 Ti's. They were just burning, right? They all need to be re-thermal padded or something. They're just terrible. But we look at the thermals of the 3070s and lower, like, these cards are completely fine, which is just awesome. Okay, last rig in the basement is Octominer 12. This is, okay, yes, this is my modded A2000 rig. 12 by modded A2000 rig. This is the power mod, shunt mod. So I am not running these at 48 or 50 mega hash, because the mem temps that I was getting on these before were over 100. Okay, and so with the ambient temps now that you guys saw earlier in the beginning of the video, they're pretty hot. 72, 67, 66, 67, 68. So if I were to repad and thermal paste all these A2000s, I could probably then go back up to 48 mega hash and keep the mem temps low. On the core temp, I'm not quite sure, but the fan speeds are running at 100 here. I think there's one fan that I replaced. I didn't plug it in the right controller port on the fan controller. Anyways, that's the temps of my 12 by A2000 modded rig. Okay, so guys, that's it for all of my basement rigs. All right, so you guys see the differences there. My GDDR6X memory GPUs are just horrible. But now let's go to the second part of the video of my barn rigs. Okay, so let's look at B01. All right, all of my barn rigs right now, and I think the ambient temps over there are also the same, like 35 degrees, 36 degrees Celsius, or 95, 97 Fahrenheit. So here's my RTX 2070 rig, and looking at this now, looks like also optimally, you know, these fans are on Octominer on auto fan, so HiveOS is controlling it, as well as the overclocks. I have it at 60 fan, so I'm not running them at 100 fan or max on the Octominer fan, so this rig is doing well. 60 degrees Celsius, 57. Yeah, these RTX 2070s are beautiful. Now, B02. 5700s. Okay, all 5700s. Looks like the Octominer fans are running not at max. But looking at the core temps of these RX 5700s, it looks like I am throttling on 2 of them. Wow, that's not cool. 58, 59, 60, 56, 60. Yeah, but the mem temps on these 5700s, yes, you know what? I need to change the thermal pads on these 5700s. That's why I think they're throttling right now. So yeah, I wonder if I put the Octominer fans to 100 and then it should be better. You know what? We're going to come back to that. Let me turn that off and let me give this a restart. And then we'll come back to this. Octominer 02. I'm going to leave that up. Okay, let's go to the next rig. Octominer B03. All right, this is another 3070 rig, okay? And it looks like, yeah, this rig is not at 100% on the external fans, but also the GPU fans are at 80. These are my Asus blower style 3070s, Asus turbos. They're all at 57, 57, 55, 57 degrees Celsius. Yeah, this rig is doing just fine. Okay, next rig, let's go. B04 is going to be my 1660 Ti rig. And, yep. All the fans are on auto and the temperatures are below 65. Yeah, pretty much on all the GPUs. Yeah, 1660 Ti is completely fine. Okay, next rig, B05. Let's see here. This is another 1660 Super Ti rig. And yeah, this one looks to be fine as well. Yeah, temps are below 65 degrees Celsius. Yeah, this one's completely fine. Okay, next rig. Let's go to B06 now. This one's on fire. And of course, this one has to be my Radeon 7s. Oh no. Look at this. This one Radeon 7 is hitting up 79 degrees Celsius on the core, 93 on the memory. Ooh. That's not good. The exhaust fans are at max. The GPU fans are at max. I don't know how I can help this. And there's no way in hell I'm going to open this Radeon 7 to change the thermal pads or something. Yeah. The rest of them are also pretty high. 72, 75, 74, 77, 73. Oh, let me know down below. Do you guys want me to repad one of these just to test? I don't know. I don't want to brick. I don't want to brick my Radeon 7s. You know what? I'm just going to leave them. Okay, let's go look at my next rig, B08. Okay, this one is my 3080 LHR rig. Oh, sorry, 3080, 3090, 38. I got a couple of random GPUs in this. Looks like this one's completely fine. We're getting 100 mega hash on that Zotac LHR, 102 on the memory. Yeah, that one needs to be thermopadded, but everything else seems okay with the ambient that we have now. Okay, next one, B09. Let's see. This one is all RTX 3070s. This is my Founders Edition rig. And yes, these ones look like they are running decently hot. We got a 69 degrees Celsius one here, max, but I'm only running 60 fan and also 60 to 70 on the external fan. So that's not bad. I bet if I pump this to 70 fan, that should lower it a bit more. Honestly, that's completely fine though. I think that's pretty good. Okay, with the ambient temps that I have. Okay, last rig, guys. Last rig, and then we're done. We got the Octominer 10. These are 8 RTX 3060s, and ooh, this one's kind of burning up. We got 70 on the exhaust fans here, and we got 67, 67, 70 on this one. So you know what? I'm gonna like push this up to 90 fan. I think these 3060s are getting pretty hot. Yes, and I'm gonna give it a reboot on this one as well. Okay, all right, guys. All right, that's it. That's it for these rigs. You guys saw the temperatures and I guess my ambience of that. And let's go back to my 5700 rig. We were getting 47 before, and I don't think that. See, that didn't save. Oh, I forgot to hit apply. Okay, there we go. All right. Hold on. Let's come back to this. I'm gonna see if it actually that's throttling here when I had the Octominer fan on auto. Obviously the core temps are completely fine. It's just the mem temps, right? I need to change the memory pads on these 5700 mechs, which are extremely bad. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. I'll show you the difference here between 48 and 52. We should be getting like 55, 54 across the board. Be right back. Okay, we're back. So after, putting everything to 100, and it looks like the Octominer fans for some reason aren't going back to 100, this second GPU one, 5700, is still throttling. And yeah, I definitely need to change the thermal pads on all these. And of course, I need to change the thermal pads on a lot of my GDDR6X memory GPUs with these ambient temps. They're essentially throttling. And yeah, I guess that's the takeaway here. No matter if we're using open air rigs or Octominer fans, nobody can get away with the high memory temperatures of the, I guess, any GDDR6X memory when you're mining Ethereum or Ravencoin. We just figured that out recently on a 3080 video that I did, right? But on like Ergo or on Flux, it seemed to be just fine. But when you do memory dependent coins like Ethereum or Ravencoin or some other coins that are, you know, using memory, it's going to get hot, right? So I need to change those. And of course I have a lot to change. Guys, I will do it. Don't yell at me. Just, it takes a lot of time, okay? Re-thermal padding GPUs is not easy. I just have to let you all know there. It's not easy. Some of you guys love doing it. I loathe it. All right, it's not fun for me. Anyways, all right, guys, that's it for this video. I just wanted to give you guys an overall check of my GPUs and I guess the temperatures and whatnot. All right, so let me know what you guys think. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, and peace out.